Terrell Jazz Johnson here with Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard, how are you?
Great. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So, I'm sure you would love to hear this. I mentioned it to Steven. When I came in late last night, uh, my Uber driver was, picking my brain a little bit, finding out why I was up here. And when I told him I was here for this, he was very excited and said it's giving him memories of when De La Hoya fought Mayweather 15 years ago. What do you think about that comparison with Tank taking on Ryan Garcia this Saturday?
This is a standalone event. You know, Floyd and Oscar did their thing. It's Tank and Ryan's turn. You know, they had a historical event back in 2007. But, that was 16 years ago. So the focus and the attention is on these two guys. We're having a massive fight this Saturday night between the two biggest names in the division. It'll be nothing but fireworks.
Absolutely. I heard you talking about the business of boxing. Talk about what you have learned. Talk about what you see Tank and his team, what you utilize with Tank, what his team utilizes with him to make him a face of boxing, certainly in this division, but arguably the biggest face in boxing right now.
Well, it just comes down to, he has tremendous star power. And it's a process, becoming one of the biggest stars in the entire sport, and everyone knows I've been saying this for a number of years, that he would be at this place, quickly, because I understand what he means. And so it's all about now is that embracing everything which he's done. He's prepared for the fight in the biggest fight of his career this Saturday night, and he's ready to go out there and put on a dynamic performance and show the fans why he's the best.
And you obviously showcased that belief when you put Tank in as the co-main of Mayweather-McGregor, the second greatest card of all time, highest grossing card of all time. Why will Tank win? Why do you believe Tank will win on Saturday, and how?
Well, he's the better fighter. He's the more complete fighter. So when you add those things up alone, he has more experience than the other guy. Everything that Ryan does good, Tank can do better.
I believe boxing fans, especially casuals, which are the ones that will run up the sales for this fight, they see Tank as a knockout puncher, but he is a very skilled boxer.
Totally.
Is that something, that opponents of Tank underestimate? Is it something that fans underestimate?
Well, he hadn't had really, to be honest, he hadn't really had to show where his IQ level has been thus far, and hey, so he hadn't had to go in his bag of tricks thus far. But come Saturday night, who knows? But one thing I do know is he's knocking Ryan Garcia out. That I do know.
Obviously, everybody in and around this division wants to fight Tank. He's the biggest draw in the sport. What do you see with Tank after this? As you guys have mentioned it before, Tank doesn't go to everybody's fights. Everybody comes to Tank's fight. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's a great point you just made.
I mean, I see it all the time.
Yeah, that's a great point. Tank ain't going to nobody's fight but his guys.
Right.
Sports, Earl, and, his guys.
Right. But the people in and around his division have gone to his fights in the past. I'm sure they will be here Saturday. Do you have a target? Have you put any thought into what's next for Tank?
No, man. Tank ain't thinking about nothing else other than Ryan Garcia. That's it.
For the people who might want to bet on Ryan Garcia, they'll say, well, Tank is in and out of the ring and back in the ring again really quick. Why the quick turnaround from such a tough fight in January against another Garcia?
Well, staying busy, that's good, right? That's what you guys want, right? This will be his third fight in 11 months. This is what the fans want. activity, and he's fighting the next biggest name in the division. He's fighting a guy that he can fight. He's a very good fighter. I got a lot of respect for his fight game inside the ring, and I respect his accomplishments outside the ring. Ryan Garcia is a very good fighter.
Final question from me. Is Tank planning to tackle any other markets? He sold out in Brooklyn. He sold out in Vegas, Baltimore, D.C., Atlanta.
We're going to see. We're going to see. I mean, the focus is just on Ryan Garcia. That's it.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.